Your AI tools are fast-tracking your junior scientist past the struggles that build the judgment that you're going to need. And in 5 to 10 years, without any changes, you're going to have a leadership crisis on your hands, potentially. I'm Charlotte, and I work with VPs of R&D, engineering, and innovation in food and beverage companies on their change leadership challenges. Today, we're going to talk about the judgment gap. So here's what I'm seeing in technical organizations right now. A junior scientist gets an AI recommendation for a formulation adjustment. They implement it immediately, no questions asked. Not, does this make sense for our production constraints? Not, what happens if this scales differently? 6 months later, expensive rework because the recommendation didn't account for something that experience would have caught very quickly. This is the judgment gap, the widening chasm between AI capability and human discernment. Recent research from the Journal of Artificial Intelligence Research found that humans cannot reliably assess whether the AI recommendations are correct. So sometimes we follow the wrong advice and we override good advice. And here's what should concern you. Gartner reports that the poor decision quality cost organizations an average of $12.9 million annually. Meanwhile, 74% of companies report no tangible value from their AI investments. So the gap really, though, is not the technology. It's the judgment layer between the AI output and the business decision. We can only get as good of an output as what we have fed the technology. So there are 3 business implications. First, you're hollowing out your talent pipeline. McKinsey, for example, just shed 10% of their global workforce. In a decade, you'll have experienced leaders who understand trade-offs. You'll have junior talent who trust AI implicitly, and nobody in the middle with any judgment. Second is the velocity paradox. Research shows that AI users complete tasks 12% faster with 40% better quality. That's fabulous, right? But performance collapses when tasks exceed the AI capabilities, and we don't know when that is. We can't spot the moment. So you might be accelerating toward expensive failures your team can't recognize. Third, invisible costs are compounded. Slightly wrong formulations, shelf life predictions off by weeks, supplier selections creating quality issues. Each seems close enough. Collectively, however, they're draining profitability. So what do top performers in the industry do differently? They're not restricting AI access, forbidding the use of it. They're building what I call a culture of productive paranoia, where questioning AI is expected behavior. And I want to tell you, this is no different than what your technical and science organizations have been doing all along. Okay, so what the top performers are doing is they're pairing the junior employees with experienced decision makers for what only needs to be about a 15-minute decision dialogue before implementation. These have teaching moments about prompt context, the AI prompt context, the worst case scenarios, and downstream implications. They're establishing what might be called a technical expert review council for critical decisions. Those review pattern recognition about where AI consistently gets it wrong, or try to flesh out that point where AI doesn't know anymore. And they're also embedding AI decision reviews into existing governance. This is not extra governance, extra work and meetings. Stage gate reviews, project postmortems, can you sanity check what AI recommended, as natural as, do you have a minute to review these numbers? Well-implemented AI governance achieves 30 to 200% ROI within 18 to 24 months. Your competitive advantage isn't AI, it's knowing when the AI is wrong, pacing your knowledge and trust along the same path. I've written a comprehensive blog on closing the AI judgment gap with 6 implementable solutions that you can use right now. The link is in the description below. If you're a VP or C-suite leader covering R&D, engineering, or innovation, you want to talk about how to build this capability in your org, reach out. This is exactly the kind of change leadership challenge that we at Rebel Success for Leaders solve. Thanks for watching.